This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me. Man, it is hot again in Taiwan. I'm sure it's cooling off down there in Australia, but it is hot as fuck in Taiwan.
It's been like chilly here, man. You can hear it. I got a cold. Like that's I got a cold for two reasons. I got a cold because it's cold, and I know that isn't necessarily a correlation.
Now I know. Before you write in,
people, I understand this. I understand bacteria, but we were doing. They have these like big, standardized testing that they do here. And that was like last week. I work at a school, so I'm helping all these little kids with their like iPads for this standardized testing. And little kids with iPads don't really understand that that's not part of their body. So they're just like wiping fucking goo on it and like all of this. And like coming out of COVID, it's a whole thing. So I assume that's where I got all these germs from.
Yeah, when I used to teach little kids, I was sick all the time. And they have iPads for tests?
So they're like, it's a government thing. So the government's like, oh, you all have to do this on like a device, and you can't give like a 5-year-old kid anything but an iPad. They don't know how to use a keyboard. So they've been using an iPad since they were like in the womb, basically. But
sure.
You give them a keyboard, they don't know what they're doing. But it's funny because when I first started working at a school, I was sick all the time. But then I feel like I built up that immunity, that I had that resistance. And then COVID came along, and I was like being real careful with all of that stuff for like a year or two. And then, not two, but nearly a year. It feels like
five.
How long's it been, Sam?
What year is it?
What year? Where am I? And then as soon as it's kind of like calmed down over here, I'm straight back into the illness. So
this has got to be the first cold you've had in a long ass time, right?
It is as well. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But also because I delete that sort of stuff from my mind because
not important dump.
As a guy, I feel like I think I am invincible all the time. Like, do you sort of have that where you're like, I can just do whatever the fuck I want. Act like you're like a child still.
I mean, was it moments before we started recording I was telling you how reckless I am?
You were. Yeah, you started a story about being reckless. Well, and I straight away knew, yes, that I do recognize you as being a reckless person.
We are, we're invulnerable. We're invincible for at least a limited time. What was I going to say? I don't know. Looking around the room, gesturing broadly. This is a podcast.
It is.
I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
If I'm not mistaken. It just feels so strange. I don't know.
Something's off. It could be my dulcet unwell
Nate. Nate's not here.
We left Nate at the supermarket.
Shit. He can't get home.
He doesn't know how to drive a car. I can imagine he's wandering around the aisles looking for us, those big eyes.
Yeah, he's asking the people up front, like, you seeing my dads?
my two dads.
I don't know why we're his dads now.
They left. They got the beer and they just left.
We're only buying it for him.
Yeah, our son needs beer. What else do you feed a child?
Well, welcome to another episode of The Royal We. I believe this is we did a couple episodes way, way, way back when without Nate. But this is maybe, first in a long time without Nate. It's a Nateless episode. So, wait, don't turn it off. Wait. Okay. I know a lot of you guys are thinking like, well, fuck that. Nate's the only guy that we like. We brought Luke.
I understand. I'm not here to fill those shoes. I don't offer myself as a replacement. I don't offer myself as an equal. But look, I'm gonna just try to keep you all around. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, I would say a Sam and a Luke is probably worth it. Like we get like 80% of the way there.
Yeah, that's some energy.
That's the best we could do.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know what I bring to the table. I'm sure there's something, but we'll find out. This is an experimental sort of thing. This is, are we calling this the breaking off of a new season? Would you?
My favorite weird joke that we talk about all the time. Yeah.
I like the idea that Nate couldn't be here for this, but he's still going to have to do all the legwork of editing it.
Yeah, well, hey. Welcome to another episode of the Royal We. This is a new season. This is the premiere of season 7.
This is what we're doing. This is like The Crown, where once every couple of seasons we just change all the cast out, and they're like still the same characters. So
they did that in that show?
Yeah, that was like the whole thing with that show, is because like it goes with time. So after the first 2 seasons, they just changed all of the cast. So I'm Luke. I am being played by a different actor, but you can't even tell. So I'd say that's the power of acting.
Acting. Okay, well, then I guess I'm Nate?
Oh, okay. Big change. All right. They took the actor from who was Sam in the last season. He now plays Nate. Sam was removed from the...
We don't need him. But wait a minute. But then they gave the job of Nate to Sam.
There's a lot going on here.
Really confusing decisions. Really, season 7... There's a new showrunner. That's Nate.
Really, they cleaned house.
I think this is season 7 because I remember we made the joke way back when we bought new microphones. That was season 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then when I came to Taiwan, that was maybe season 4.
All right.
And then we took a big hiatus. That's season 5. So maybe this is season 6.
I think what denotes a season of the Royal We is just any lapse in like urgency for having the podcast up each week. It's like, that's all that it is. It's just that like there's a break and then it's a new season, and that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think season 6, season 7, traditionally in most TV shows, that's about when it gets good. So
that's a lot of pressure on us to make this.
It is a lot, but that's fine. That's okay.
Well, we're 8 minutes and I haven't even done the intro. Well, this is another episode of the Royal We. I'm Sam.
I'm Luke.
Filling in for Nate this week. What we normally do is we take headlines and we read them and we guess about what the articles could be about, because we're not going to read those.
We wouldn't do that to you.
That's how we know you guys get the news. How many times have you done that? I do it all the time. I never read this thing. I didn't read nothing.
I didn't read it.
If you guys want to send us, I didn't read nothing. If you guys want to send us headlines, and you should, you guys can do that at Royal WeCast on Twitter, which I don't think I've ever checked one time. Maybe Nate does. RoyalWeCast@gmail.com, which I do check. We have a Twitch which is Royal WeCast. I think we have an Instagram, probably Royal WeCast. Just slap your keyboard, hit Royal WeCast, Google it. You will come up. I think there's going to be
a bunch of different ways to send stuff to these boys. You'll find it.
MySpace, I don't think we have.
That would be good. What if instead of all of these other ones, we took it back to just MySpace?
Let's take it back.
Let's take it back. I am going to look right now if MySpace still exists.
I think didn't Justin Timberlake or someone buy it?
I feel like that was a thing.
No, wait. He plays the MySpace guy in the Facebook movie.
That's right. Do you know what's cool? It's $1 billion. All I can say, okay, I'm on the front page of MySpace right now, and there's just pictures of Tekashi 69 and like TikTokers. And this is a completely different place to the place that I left in 2008 or whenever it was that I stopped coming back here, and I'm scared and I'm upset. So,
it's a music thing, yeah?
Yeah, and I wish that it wasn't.
I want MySpace back.
Can somebody bring me the old MySpace?
The cool thing about MySpace that Facebook really doesn't get is the GeoCities HTML, like you could like customize your page in a really awful way.
I have a theory about that, and it's the kind of theory that I'm formulating live right now in my head. So right now there's a big thing where there's a lot of startups, a lot of tech companies, all of that sort of stuff. I would say that the wealth of programming knowledge that we're seeing in the industry right now was sparked by people putting custom HTML on their MySpace pages, thus igniting a passion for coding web development, all of that sort of stuff. I'm embedding a little player that does My Chemical Romance on my page. It's
Some butterfly gifs.
Yeah, my cursor has like got a trail of sparkles that follows it around. That is what probably, in my estimation, sparked today's tech bubble. and look, as we've seen that less kids are able to do that on their social medias, we're going to see the subsequent burst of that bubble. Thank you. I've been Luke. That's been an episode of The Royal We.
Now, this kind of makes me think, because I do kind of want to get into a little bit of a conspiracy bent. So with the news, sometimes when I'm putting the grease together, a pattern emerges.
Yeah, right. You follow the you're just following the threads. The grease is moving through you. It's you're surfing the wave that is the grease as it comes to you.
But you played Dungeons and Dragons with me. I like the roll of the dice also.
Oh, that was my
dice.
That was my phone falling from my pocket onto the floor, as it is wont to do.
I thought you rolled a giant D20. I was like, okay.
I rolled a die. Yeah, instead of flipping a coin, a D2. It's just my phone and whether it lands on the screen and cracks.
So I like
that was percussive.
It was. So I like the roll of the dice, as you know. I'd like you to just, I'm going to list off these drawers for you.
Okay.
And we've done nothing to change the format or content of the show, even though it's a new season.
It's a new season, and it's the same old stuff.
Same stuff. No Nate. Okay, let me list them off. You can choose one.
Okay.
And you don't even have to let me finish all of them.
Please.
Just go with your heart. Medicine.
Okay.
Spook, grease, monsters unexplained.
Mm-hmm. Strong contender.
Foreign lands.
Yep.
Sex goo. Mm-hmm. Bullshit / what? Not news / fast food. Education, science and technology, animals, crime, the law.
I'm gonna stop you right there. We're gonna go back to monsters and unexplained, because that's a personal favorite drawer, and I think that's where we're gotta get this season started off right.
All right, yeah, so the grease has spoken to you as well. A chicken farmer states that he has been visited by aliens who left him pancakes.
Okay. This is topical. There's all this UFO shit.
A lot of UFO shit coming out
blowing
recently.
Up right now, yeah.
I got real spooked out. You boys were talking, sharing videos, and I got real spooked out.
Do you do that thing? And I'm often want to do this, and it's best done at night. You just start reading spooky like Wikipedia articles or like Reddit threads, and you just creep yourself the fuck out, like for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of me this week. I don't know why. There's something scary about a pixelated video of like what is like you're told is a UFO. I don't know what it is about it, but it's that association, you know. They add all that music behind it, like ooh. Yeah, it's never just like some people talking in the background like it was a normal video. There's some real editing going on there with the music and the vibe.
Well, what's ridiculous is, we are living in a time, this guy was given pancakes, right? So there's some evidence, but we're living in a time where everyone has a phone in their pocket. Everyone can take pictures of stuff, but there's no like real great crystal clear evidence of UFO. Well, that we know, maybe the government really squashes it down. Sheeple. I
would love to know, like, I would love that, everyone has this thing, the government, they know what's going on, they're hiding it from us, blah, blah, blah. I like the concept that the government is just as freaked out about this as everyone else, and they're like scrambling to get people to try and like figure this out, and they just can't.
You like that idea?
I love that. I
love it. It makes me feel so cozy.
Mwah, mwah. I love the idea that they're like fucking scrambling like they've got the rest of us all the time. That's really keeps me cozy at night. Now, what if the pancakes were small little UFOs? Because that's kind of a UFO shape. Maybe he just...
And they're like, all right, guy.
He's like they're seeding more of their little vehicles on Earth. And he's like, ooh, breakfast.
Well, it's funny too, because how often do you see people eat pancakes on TV and media and stuff? All the time, right? That's like a pretty common breakfast item. So maybe aliens are like, this is what we give humans in the morning.
Yeah, humans love this. This is what we bring to them.
And we do love this.
I would love alien pancakes. That would be the thing that would make, like, that would be... I've thought long and hard about how I would react in, given the existence of extraterrestrial life, with having that confirmed. And I don't know how I would react if they were just like, okay, thank you, it's nice to meet you. Would you like some syrup or like some sugar and lemon?
These aliens are like a waitress at Denny's. What the?
Yeah. They're just like they've got like a little thing of toppings there for you. That's exactly what they would need to do to really offset that potential trauma for me.
Well, I like the idea they're so above and beyond advanced from us that they're just like, what do we just like to generate some pancakes for them? That's what they want, right?
Yeah. They can just like, that's what we've got to do. I know it's strange. I know we're coming to this whole complete opposite side of the universe, and it's a lot of time and energy for us. All they want is pancakes. That's the ticket of admission. They're like learning how to make pancakes in their mothership.
All right, man. Gun to your head. Do you believe in aliens? Do you think they visited the Earth?
No, see, my thing on this is like boring. It's that age old fucking
space too big.
Yeah, space is too big. There's got to be something. It's so unlikely that any of it would have happened. But that being said, that train of thought is literally just so that I can live my life without having to think about the movie Signs all the time. Yeah. Because I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I saw that movie when I was way too young, and how old are you? Younger than me? How old are you? I'm 30 this year. So
okay, I'm 32.
I gotta figure out what year did Signs
I hear you typing.
out. Yeah. Hey Siri, what year did Signs come out? Signs came out in 2002.
Sorry, I couldn't quite.
Oh, Siri actually is responding to me, of course, because I spoke to her.
Do you remember when I was in Australia and I tried for probably 20 minutes to get your Siri to understand me instead of you?
You were just trying to do the closest approximation of my accent.
And you were a champ about it that you never let on that I was annoying you, but I'm sure I did.
You weren't, because it was hilarious. It was you and Nate in the back of my car driving back from wherever we were coming back from.
Probably eating Turkish food. Probably getting kebabs for the fourth time. That's all we wanted to eat when we were in Australia.
We were either eating kebabs or having just eaten kebabs at the time, because that was any point in the week that you were in my country.
Loved it.
But the like literally an hour of that trip, and it's just you two in the back going, "Hi, sorry." Hi, sorry. Just trying to get her to respond.
She did not even one time?
No, not even once, which is upsetting. So, okay. I know we're already on a tangent, and I promised you, Sam, before this recording that I wouldn't do this. But 2002, so I would have been 11 years old when have I got my maths right there? Yeah. I would have been 11 years old when...
That movie is pretty fucking scary.
It's scary in that they do that classic thing of not showing you the monster. Yeah. And then right up until the end of the movie, when they do fucking show you the monster, and it's immediately like... if you watched it now, it's like lost any scariness. But for me, that was worse, because as a kid, So I spent a long time being like, aliens are coming, they're going to kill me, they're going to, do whatever they do. I didn't get as far as to keep glasses of water around the house as a child in that film.
I saw the movie Event Horizon around this. I mean, pretty when it was new. My dad was like, let's watch this.
Oh, damn.
What the fuck was he thinking? That movie's crazy.
That's not a show for kids.
This isn't a kid's show. It's one of those things that my dad, I think, probably realized it. I think we saw it together for the first time, and he was like, oh, shit.
He was like, oh, yeah, Sam Neill. He was in Jurassic Park. Sam like that. He'll like this one. It's about space. Kids like space. And then it gets into like weird fucking Lovecraftian shit for the whole second half of the film.
Super weird movie.
It's a great movie, but you can't watch that as a child and expect to live your life untraumatized.
What's so funny about that though is I didn't watch it recently, but I watched a bunch of clips from it. I would say it's still scary. It's pretty gory and pretty like surprising, some of the stuff they show you, but it's not really scary. Are movies scary in the same way now that we're adults?
I would say the thing that makes a movie scary now, and it's kind of, I think Event Horizon is good in this way. It's not really scary in that there's like jump scares or, it's gory, like you said.
Yeah.
But it's kind of that, what do they call it? It's like that cosmic horror of like, there's things so much bigger than us and like we have no power in the universe. Like, and I think that's scary to me just on a day-to-day basis. I'm thinking about that and I'm scared. I don't need to watch a movie. I can just be terrified of everything. That's fine.
Yeah, I remember seeing the movie Gone Girl, I want to say it's called, with Ben Affleck and
Ben Affleck. Yeah.
Have you seen that? That movie's terrified me.
Is that?
It's not even a scary movie. It's not a horror movie, but it's like, I'm like, holy shit. You could, like, the way it plays out is so realistic. You're like, oh shit.
I think that's why like a lot of movies like that are what are scary to like adults. Like it's, kids and teenagers are seeing like The Hills Have Eyes or whatever. And they're like, oh, it's so scary because like there might be, hillbillies.
The Hills, they could look at me.
They could, I don't want to see a hill looking at me. But like, it's, what's scary to an adult is like, I could get like, this person could be a psycho that I know.
I watched that with my girlfriend and her head was on my chest. She's like, why is your heart rate so fast?
Are you okay? Like,
I'm like, I don't get any ideas. Okay.
It's hilarious because I feel like I watched that movie with my partner not that long ago and she was like, this is a bad movie. I don't like this movie. And I was like, okay, is that like, that's fine. I'm here being terrified. Is there something about the way that, I don't know, maybe it's the way it's shot or something about that it just kind of is, it's unnerving. I think.
Yeah, it's definitely stressful.
Yeah.
All right, let's break it to a new drawer here. I'm going to do some conspiracy theory stuff.
Okay, like we haven't already gotten into that enough yet. Let's bust out the real juicy stuff.
Now, I decided not to do that. I'm going to crowbar us to another topic because this one made me laugh. Sometimes I read a headline, it just makes me laugh out loud. So this is in the crime drawer.
Okay, all right. In perusing through the drawers, you saw something jumped out at you.
Yeah, sometimes I just the way it's read is funny, but also like you'll see.
Okay.
Sub shop owner allegedly has employee killed to avoid paying back wages.
Okay, so has employee killed.
Could the stakes be lower?
How much is someone at a sub shop making? Unless he's worked there for like 40 years.
And still, what? You run a fucking sub shop, buddy. Why you getting people killed?
It's how are you to have someone killed? It's got to be almost as much as those wages that you owe that sandwich artist. Like a hitman can't be cheap.
Oh, that's true. Maybe it's got to be an exorbitant amount of back wages.
Yeah, it's got to be ridiculous. No, okay. So when I hear sub shop, for me, and it's probably because I live in Australia, the only sub shop is Subway. So they've artfully dodged around saying Subway employee here, right? Is there other sub shops in?
Yeah, in America,
States?
It's very common. Very common. It's like a mom and pop shop sells subs. I miss it though because Subway is the only sub shop here too, and I love subs.
Yeah, I see. That's I wish I was spoiled for choice in my sub options.
That's the thing about America, man. Spoiled for choice.
There's 100 different types of one food. Like
I couldn't tell you how many times I've just spoken the virtues of American grocery stores to people here in Taiwan. Like, you guys don't know.
You don't understand this.
You think you've seen excess? You have no idea.
You don't understand the amount of food we are throwing out is what you have here.
Yeah, people will defect. Spies will defect to the United States. And then when they go to the grocery store, they like, okay, guys, drop the charade. This is like a facade grocery store you just show people like to show how good your country is. And they're like, no, we don't. Like
why would we do that?
Other countries, Russia does that. And in North Korea, like there was a Russian spy who he knew that Russia did that. So he's like, oh, clearly America's doing that for me. And they're like, no, we're not, bud.
Nuh-uh. This is just reality.
Land of the plenty, motherfucker.
I had never had Taco Bell until like maybe 2 months ago.
Well, I like the way you say it.
Taco Bell.
Slower. Do they have that? They have it in Melbourne?
They just got it, like maybe 6 months ago or something. They opened up one sort of near me, and the first time I had it, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is okay." And then I had it every weekend for like a month and a half.
That's what it fucking does, man.
That's what it does. It's just really good.
America.
And I feel bad that we miss out on all these options. People talk about like Chipotle. I've never had Chipotle. I don't know what that is. Like,
I'm going to name fast food restaurants. You tell me if you've heard of them. If you have it first.
Okay.
If you've even heard of it second.
okay.
Okay. Okay. McDonald's, obviously.
Yeah,
KFC.
we got that. We got the big three. We got those.
Burger King.
Burger King, but it's called Hungry Jack's. Yeah.
Wendy's.
We don't have a Wendy's.
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it. Yeah, because they're doing spicy memes on Twitter.
Oh yeah, their Twitter's out of control.
Okay.
Hardee's.
No idea. Not even. Couldn't tell you what kind of food that is.
I actually don't know either.
Because that's how many shops they have in fucking America is that you can.
Well, America's really big. I'm from the north, where we actually have the least of the.
Oh yeah, because they're regional, right?
We just have like KFC. We have like the same ones you have.
Yeah. I get you.
Five Guys. You have Five Guys?
Nope. I've heard of it.
See, Nate would be way better at this because he's from the south where they actually have these.
See, the thing is, if I was to name, I guarantee you, there's like none that we have that America doesn't, and that's
okay.
That's how it
Turn
works.
it around.
But that's the thing. I've already named to you all the chains we have. Like it's literally like it's a McDonald's, a KFC, like a Subway, and a Hungry Jack's. Like that's your options here. Oh, Red Rooster would be the one that you wouldn't have. And that's,
I don't think we have Red Rooster.
It's not that's for the best. It's not good. It's like, imagine like a rotisserie chicken, but it's been dismembered sort of poorly and then put in like a soggy roll. Like a soggy
I can
bread
imagine
roll.
that.
And that's the chain. And I don't know how
I'd sign up for it at least once.
Yeah, I mean, it's you'll have it if you live here long enough. You'll be in a situation where Red Rooster is the only option, and that's fine.
Arby's?
No. See, that's
Checkers.
No, that you're just making them up.
Crystal.
Now. No, you're just saying words.
White Castle.
White Castle, I've heard of, but we don't have it.
Steak and Shake.
No.
Long John Silver's.
I see again. That's not real, right?
Sonic.
That's a video game character.
Yeah, what's so funny, man, is like we don't have any of those up north. We just have.
See, that's funny to me because I kind of assume that they're all national chains.
New York City will have some of them, but I live like 2 or 3 hours away from New York City. Like New York City has White Castle and stuff.
Yeah, okay. So
White Castle is so odd to me. It's literally a burger the size, like it's like the quarter the size of a normal burger.
It's like a slider, yeah?
It's a slider. But who the fuck likes sliders?
We're opening our whole chain on giving you less burger.
I guess the idea is you order a bunch of them?
Okay. So maybe it's more that you can like customize the level, the amount more granularly.
Correct me if I'm wrong. How did we end up in the not news / fast food drawer? We just snuck on in here.
We just got in there. We've moved ourselves across. We're drifting between drawers.
We're jumping drawers. Well, I got some fast food, blah, 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 not news / fast food news. You want?
I do, because I don't even remember the topic that got us into here.
Something about a crazy sub shop owner. But labor inducer burger. Labor inducer.
Okay.
Burger attracts flux of pregnant women to Minnesota restaurant. How the fuck does a burger induce labor?
Do you think it's the kind of thing?
I was going to say induce pregnancy.
That's a whole different type of burger. Okay. Would you say that it's like one of these deals of like, if you don't go into labor while eating our burger, you get it for free?
But would that attract pregnant women all the way to Minnesota?
Yeah. They're coming in for that. It's like that thing of like, oh, you can eat this fucking massive steak in an hour and you get it for free. But if you don't have your baby in the restaurant, then you're paying for the burger.
And you got to name it Chuck's.
There's like a rash of children they're all called Chuck. Like every fucking kid in the like grade 4 class from.
What's extra strange about this is surely there's medical ways to induce labor. Like, why don't you drive to a restaurant and eat a burger? Like,
yeah, I mean, maybe it's cheaper, I guess.
Yeah, America. Yeah, that's true.
That's like, you don't have healthcare. You can come get a burger, get that baby out of
How
there.
unfortunate is the country that does like the shittiest healthcare also has the shittiest food, which is
It's
causing us need for more healthcare.
it's the snake eating its own tail. It's a rich tapestry, all of this.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Australia is also a fat country, yeah?
Oh yeah, we're pretty huge. Like, yeah, I don't think we can throw any stones in this glass house of ours because we're not doing too well. I don't know where we are on the the chart, the rankings.
You've got like one of those old-fashioned ticker like train.
Yeah. Let me check my feed. We've moved up one place. Okay.
I mean, it can't beat America or Samoa. Isn't Samoa always number one? They're like 70% obese.
I feel like that was probably not the case until they got joined on to America there.
Apparently, I mean, there's some like specifically their genetics help them get really big, and then also their economy is not very good. And
that's kind of sad as well, because that tends to happen where countries come in and there's like like I talk from like the indigenous people here. They were like, oh, okay, you're very prone to heart disease. Here's Coca-Cola, and you can just fucking.
You're right.
Like, we're gonna give you just this, and okay, we'll see you guys later. And it's like, it's not directly killing them. It's kind of genocide with more steps. Like, it's not nice. We're straight into bummer territory now. We didn't even need the article to do it. We found it ourselves.
Do you think? I think you're right. I think you're right that it's just like if you do have it. I don't think it's worth it though.
To have it,
because you have to be super pregnant and be like a big like. Because the people who are going like, I want to eat this big fuck off burger and I want it for free are big fucking dumb dudes. I don't think they're pregnant women.
No, probably not. And the other thing with that is that you've got to be pregnant enough to like really want to get that baby out of there. Like,
so you probably Minnesota Central. Like you probably are Minnesotan.
Yeah. It's a very specific margin that they're narrowing in on here with this burger, and I hope it paid off for him.
Now, you and I have tentative plans to go on a trip in Japan. Now, let me run this plan past you.
Right. Okay.
Other countries have, so like in America we have this, in Taiwan they have it, in Australia I'm sure. There's like large eating challenges, or like if you eat this ridiculous thing, you get it for free, maybe even win some money.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine in countries with smaller people, those challenges are easier to win.
Ah, okay. I see what you're angling in on here.
Now, I already eat more than anyone else I know.
Yeah, you eat a ridiculous amount. I thought that I ate a lot until I met you.
I've been recently ordering 9 egg omelets at restaurants, and the ladies here are like, what?
That's like, they have to close up after that.
They always write it on a piece of paper and show me the number 9. I go, yeah,
that one. That's how many omelets I want.
That's how many 9 egg omelets I want. I want 9 egg omelets.
How many? Wait, hang on. So it's not 9 egg omelets. It's an omelet with 9 eggs. Is that?
Yeah, an omelet with 9 eggs. Yeah, right.
Because the worrying part about that is that I read it as 9 individual omelets made of eggs. And in my brain, that was not insane to me that you would eat that, because I've heard the kind of things you eat. So I was like, oh, okay, that's reasonable. But that's a lot of eggs.
But I'm just saying, let's go to Japan and just we'll just put them out of business.
Clean up.
Let's clear the country out.
But now that being said, I'm going to forget his name. Kobayashi, the hot dog guy,
yeah.
He was from Japan. So maybe they really got something they're going on there. They're training him up.
That's true. I've heard stuff about the fat belt. It like restricts your stomach from expanding.
I feel like they might have.
I mean, I can eat a lot, and I'm not training.
No, so that's what we're going to do with you. Is we're going to get you on the circuit. We're going to like get you start doing some exercises, you know? Maybe by the end of this, it could be 9 individual omelets.
I mean, well, that's one day when I can dream.
I gotta be
one of the biggest reasons I started trying to get strong is just so I can eat more.
well, and it's a worthy cause.
Like I figure if I just put on a ton of muscle, I have to eat more.
Yeah, exactly. You are forcing yourself to you're the fish growing to the size of the pond.
Let's do one more fast food story and then let's click one and get out of here.
All right.
This one makes me laugh. Maybe we talked about this, but I don't remember because it's been so long ago. Delivery rider fulfills customer's request to splash tea on ex-boyfriend.
All right. Do you think he got a tip? Like they'd have to.
Oh yeah,
they'd have to be, right?
That's so funny. Like, how do they? Like, was it like in the extra notes of the order? Like, okay, when this dude opens the door, fucking throw the drink at him.
Power
fucking
at him.
asshole.
Do you think it was hot tea?
I hope so.
Delivery rider badly scolds, cheating.
If I was you say you're the Uber Eats guy, you doing that? I'm gonna say no.
I mean, not. What was the tip? That's the question for me. I mean, either way, he's still getting it if he doesn't do it. I assume, like as long as the food's.
But I feel like the dude gets mad, right? Then like you're the one in trouble, not the lady who asked you to do it.
It's like, don't shoot the messenger, don't shoot the delivery driver. I can't. Maybe he was like involved. Maybe he was like he was a friend of the girl.
Oh, they're saying delivery driver, but he's like, he knows the situation.
He's in there. Like maybe she just told him like he's a real piece of shit. He's a real piece of work. He needs, go teach him a lesson. And he was the shoulder that she needed to cry on. And then he went and threw some bubble tea at him or whatever it was. I like this story. I feel like this is nice now.
Getting a drink thrown at you is so funny to me. Like,
have you ever had anyone throw a drink at you? Like do the splash in your face, like sitcom style?
I've been maced.
Oh, okay. All right. Now that's not where I was going with this, but it is now. Like,
well, we were in a flea market.
Okay.
And my buddy was messing with a canister of mace.
Right.
And he was like pushing it and it wouldn't spray. And he had like all the safety stuff. He's like, oh, and it wouldn't spray. He's like, oh, it must be busted. But he thought it might be funny to keep on his keychain. Like he was a big dude. He's like, it'd be funny if I had mace on my keychain.
Right.
And then he was like, ha ha ha. Because imagine, like, I just like pretend to spray people. And I looked at him right when he did that. And he just sprayed me full on in the eyes. God.
I have always I've always wondered what being maced was like. You can't get mace here. You have to like be a cop to be allowed to have mace here. So
it's not fun.
I can't imagine it is, because even if I'm like cutting chili or something and I get a little bit that near my eye, I'm fucking crying for hours. So I can't imagine that's a good time.
What's funny is I couldn't see, obviously, because he maced me in the face. And this place had like a garage door like halfway down to like get in and out of the building. And he was leading me out to the car. He was going to drive me home. And he ducked under the thing and he forgot to tell me.
Oh, God.
And I just walked right into it. I was like, you motherfucker.
Jesus. I can't, he wasn't winning a lot of points with you that day. I like.
It was funny.
I like the idea of him just being like, oh, I'm just fucking with it. Like, it's like the guy looking in the end of the hose or whatever, you know what's going to happen if it sprays. But I do the same thing. You're always going to fuck with it. Like
Nate and I have always talked about like, we're like the best people to have that happen to us because I could immediately see that it was funny.
Oh yeah.
I was like, God, damn it, man. God. All right. Help me get home.
Okay. All right. You got me. I feel like I have that too. If something like unfortunate happens to me, I kind of see it outside of my body as like a third person perspective. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's comedy.
Well, when we were at your house, Nate almost gassed us all to death.
Oh yeah. I still laugh about that.
Nate woke up drunkenly trying to cook some Spam or something in your kitchen.
He was trying to cook a can of Spam in the oven and just like turned the gas on. And I still to this day don't know how he did it. He turned the gas on and then just went to sleep. And then I'm sure we've talked about this on the show before. I don't know, but and then he was like, "Oh, okay, I'm going to sleep now." And then like my housemate got up and was like, "Why does it smell like gas in here?" And the hilarious thing about it that I remember was like the night before when we were all sort of drinking together and we're like, "Oh, okay, like it's time to go to bed now." Nate was like real drunk and having a great time, and he was like, messing with us, and he said, something about
he didn't want to go to bed, and we kept like, come on, man, let's wind down.
We were like trying to like reel him in, and like the joke that he made was like, have you ever known what it feels like to drown in your sleep or something like that? And we nearly did.
Yeah. And I was sleeping on the floor. I would have been the first one to go.
Yeah, you would have been the canary in the coal mine.
I was in those swag bags. All right, which one do you want to click?
Floor in the swag bag.
I love them swag bags. Is it true that every Australian boy gets one of those when he's like 18?
I mean, not in a an official sense, but yes, because you need something to keep in the boot of your car for when you are like.
That's what Tom made it sound like. Which one of these fucking ones you want to click then, son?
I want to hear about the delivery driver with the tea, just because I kind of feel a bit emotionally attached to him now.
You more than the burger making ladies?
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Yeah, that's.
Let me go through. Let me go through.
I'm gonna need to hear these again because I forgot about the.
Did we only?
I forgot about.
Oh, we only did.
I forgot about the burgers and I forgot about the sub shop. That's.
Oh, sub shop.
It's gotta.
Yeah, that's the clear.
It's gotta be sub shop. It's gotta be sub shop murder.
Let's play the card. Oh, ABC News. Okay.
ABC News.
Sub shop owner allegedly has employee killed to avoid paying back wages. This is in New York. A sub shop will go to trial on Monday for allegedly paying to have an employee murdered because she was causing problems for him over back pay. Her name is ridiculous. Her name is I don't know. I think it's Elizabeth, but it's Allie,Ally, then Z-I, Beth.
Oh, okay. Creative.
Elizabeth.
Creative spelling.
She went missing from her job. She was 22 at the time. Her body was discovered 3 days later at a shallow grave off at a highway exit. What the fuck?
Jesus, man. This like guy's fucking brutal. And if it turns out that it was like $150, like, which I'm sure it couldn't have been enough.
Apparently he paid this guy James Duffy, 34. Paid him to kill her. He was causing problems for him at the labor board because he owed her money. So they spent 2 days. They two together spent 3 days planning the murder. The guy attacked her with a baseball bat inside the shop and then tried to hide the body. State police said that her cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. Oh, wow, fun.
Does it say how much? Does it say how much that he allegedly, for legal reasons, allegedly paid the guy? Because it's got to be like, how much does it cost to have someone killed? It can't be cheap. Surely the back wages can't be more.
No, I get they don't get into it. But what's ridiculous, man, is like she was 22 and was working at a sub shop, and she caused her boss some trouble, and he killed her. Like, what kind of lunatics are out there living amongst us, man?
I'm starting to question the Subway corporate's hiring policies. And
no, I don't think it's not Subway. I don't think
it's not. We can't put that out there.
It doesn't say Subway. It just says well, in America, sub shops are a thing.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
It's not Subway.
I hear sub shop. I assume Subway.
Imagine they got involved. Like, no, you cannot say Subway. You have to say sub shop. Well, that's going to do it for us this week on the Royal We. Thank you guys for sticking with us. If you guys want to send us headlines, and you should, you guys can do that at Royal WeCast on Twitter, royalwecast@gmail.com. You guys can shoot them to us on our Facebook. Just search for Royal WeCast, or even comment them on our YouTube channel, our Instagram, or message us personally. You could just shout them at Luke in the streets.
Find us on MySpace. Tell us there. I'm going to reactivate my account right now.
Please make us a Royal We MySpace.
I will figure out if I can do that and then subsequently do it.
Australian boy killed after refusal of giving over rights to Royal We MySpace.
I made a lot of money on that MySpace.
We had you killed. Anything you want to plug or any work you're doing?
I got nothing. You ask me this every time, and
I'm doing nothing. This is your reminder that you're doing nothing. That's the service I provide.
Maybe if you just keep asking me, eventually I'll get my act together and start being creative.
Any companies you want to just shout out to that you like?
Subway, love it. No, they don't. I will tell you right now. Not to my knowledge have they ever had anyone killed. So
That's big claim.
claim, but I'm willing to stand by it.
Okay, we'll see how it holds up. I've been drawing stuff on Instagram. You guys can check my personal Instagram out. It's at the number 6 Amwise, like Samwise with a number 6 instead of an S. Check it out. I don't know.
He drew me.
I'm probably never talking about it again. It feels weird.
do it. It's it's real good. You drew me. I look great. You drew my girlfriend. She looks great. It's a lot of fun.
Drew myself. I look great.
You look great. Everyone you draw looks great. If you want Sam to
you want me to draw you up?
you like come just hit him up. He'll do it.
Only if you look great.
You've got to look great, and then you've got to also look great as pixels.
Which is not everyone.
It's a real specific type of face you got to have.
All right, Nate, buddy, thank you for editing this. We miss you.
We miss you, Nate.
I hope we saw it.
Come back.
Sorry we left you at the grocery store.
We'll come and find you later, buddy. I hope you're hope you're doing okay.
All right, good night, Dad.
Night, Dad.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Australia is also a fat country, yeah?
Oh yeah, we're pretty huge.